Good morning. Welcome to CCRI's Health and Health Administration Path Day. Today I'd like to introduce you to Sharon Seidlisky and Danielle McCalla from CCRI's Career Services Department. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, thank you for having us. We're really excited to be able to speak to our students about career services, how we can support them along with the other faculty, I'm sure, that support them during their journey. And just to give a brief introduction, my name is Danielle McCalla. I'm from CCRI's Career Services, and I'm a career placement officer in the department, assisting students with resume writing, interviewing, and a few more other things within our department. And I'm joined by my colleague here.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sharon Seidlisky. I'm Assistant Director of Career Counseling. So one of my main responsibilities is to assist students and alumni to make well-informed career decisions. And also, a lot with career research. And I love working with students, and I'm excited to be here today. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. And today we have a presentation for you. We're going to give you a bit of an overview of our department. And also talk to you about a few things that are coming up for our virtual job fair. Okay, and are you able to see too, Sharon?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, perfect. Yes, so again, we are CCRI's Career Services. What we have here is a picture of our main CCRI Career Services website. Within this site, there are various options in which you can connect with our department. If you have any questions about any careers, you want to maybe do some exploration before you graduate to see what options there are available to you that are aligned with your degree. If you wanted to create a resume so you can apply for some positions online, that's what our department is for, as well as we do many other things, but our website is a great place to start to connect with us. And also, if you're here today and you wanted to obtain our contact information, we have that for you as well. Okay, and then within our department, we have career development, which is that aspect that we spoke about. A lot of students come into college. We want you to know that you don't have to have it all figured out by the time you walk in the door. We know after you graduate, or even if you've taken some time off and you're coming back to school, you don't have to have that answer, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? But we do have great resources to help you with that decision making. Sharon is awesome in being able to support you with that. I also support Sharon every now and then with the career development side to help you take some career assessments, and the career assessments that we have available to you free as students and alumni are CCRI My Majors and Type Focus. My Majors is a great place to start if you're a brand new student and potentially you may want to transfer to another school. Once you take that assessment, it correlates with your values, interests, personality, and skills. And that will come up with some career options based on how you took the assessment. Also, we have, and what's great about My Majors also is it connects you with other schools. So we have the JAA program at CCRI, which you can transfer to RIC or URI. So it will show you some correlating majors with those schools. We also have Type Focus, which is another great assessment that we encourage you to take. And within all these assessments, there are research capabilities as well. So not only will you see the assessments in all these various careers, but you can learn about salaries within these careers. What are some of the skills that you might need? Even some of the preferred degrees, if you wanted to reference that, as well as much, much more. But we encourage everyone early in their journey, now or towards the end of CCRI, if you're graduating or you're brand new, we encourage you to take these assessments. They're extremely helpful. In addition, we support you with jobs and internships. So as we mentioned, if you needed assistance with your resume or your cover letter, we know a lot of jobs these days require both, sometimes just one, but it's always great to have a cover letter in place also. So if you have a resume and you just want us to review it, we can do that as well. We also have a site called Handshake. It's our job search platform that we recommend all of you to get started with, to begin to view jobs and internships, full-time, part-time, seasonal, whatever is of interest to you. It's similar to Indeed.com, but it's specifically built for you as students. Many other schools use it for their students as well. So we encourage you to get started with Handshake. And then also we support you with interview practice. We have a great, another resource and tool called biginterview.com. It allows you to utilize this platform where you can learn about job interview skills. There will be someone on the screen that appears that will ask you an interview question. You'll have an opportunity to record yourself and your response, and you'll be able to also watch videos to see what a great response will look like. So that's an option to you as well as if you want to connect with our team and we can do a practice interview before your next upcoming interview, we can support you with that as well. Okay, and I'll pass it off to you, Sharon.
Thanks, Danielle. So as Danielle had mentioned before, you don't have to have everything all figured out, but we often get the question, well, how do I know what is the right career fit for me? And this could also be, it's titled Career Development in 3 Steps. It could also be titled, How Do I Find the Right Major for Myself? And there is a 3-step process that we do recommend, and it all starts with self-assessment. And self-assessment is getting to know yourself better in terms of what are your work values, what are your interests, what do your interests cover, what's your personality style, and what skill sets do you think you're good at, or what are some skills that you would like to obtain. It all starts with self-assessment, which is why this is the foundational step you see on this 3-step pyramid. Everything kind of builds from there. So as Danielle was mentioned before, we have Type Focus and My Majors to assist you in that process. So why would you want to do a self-assessment? There's a couple of benefits to it. The first one is to get to know yourself better, because the better you know yourself and what you're looking for, when those opportunities come about, either through research or through taking classes, you're going to be able to better recognize the best fit for you if you already know what you're looking for. The other benefit to doing a self-assessment, it gives you the language to professionally articulate everything about yourself to employers, whether that's on an interview, your LinkedIn profile, on a resume. So it really, really does help you. After you do a self-assessment, and by the way, so the self-assessments we have, they're wonderful because they take about 15 to 20 minutes and you get results right away. So they're what we call self-directed assessments. So, but after you do that, then you go into the exploration phase. All different ways to explore. So we have a lot of websites on our office website, as well as some here today. Taking classes is a way, internships, some practical hands-on experience by volunteering, or relevant work experience through part-time jobs. I usually will say to students, the more you can explore, the easier it will be to move into the 3rd step, which is deciding. And know that it's usually not a decision that's going to last the rest of your life. So many times we think of careers as just, sequential step by step, but also times it's more kind of like zigzaggy, I guess is a word that you could use for it. But when you are trying to make a decision, we recommend making sure you have all the information that you need, and that it's accurate. It's not based on what you think or what you heard or your perception, and that's where our office can really help with that. And so this, I'm going to show you one of our resources that we really like. It's called What Can I Do with This Major? And why I really like this website is it connects majors to careers. So let me share my screen with you. And this information is on our website. So now this particular website I'm going to take you to is through the University of Tennessee Career Services, because they are the people who came up with this website. Oh gosh, probably more than 20 years ago. I know I've been using it forever. And it's called What Can I Do with This Major? It's the very first one here. And we're just going to click on View All Majors. And I'm wondering if there's any students here, if there's a particular major within the allied health field that you would like to know a little bit more about. So if you want to put that in the chat, or if you would just like to shout it out, something that you're interested in, I could, make this really applicable to you.
Histotechnology and sonography, Sharon.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So on this one, because I'm on these websites all the time, this is under health sciences, I believe. So let's scroll down to health
Thank
sciences.
you, Melissa.
Okay, and when you're navigating this website, if you could click on print version, it just gives you a really nice 3-column. So, so let's scroll down. I was looking at this before. So there's physical therapy, occupational therapy. I think it is on here. I wanted to say it. Okay, so that one's not. I was on another website. So this is a great example. So let me take you to another website. And this is also on our website. It's called ONET Online. And if we put in, I can't spell today.
It's all right. S-O-N.
I think it's under, it might be under ultrasound tech. So that's another thing too. It is just knowing how this is a government website, how things are named and things like that. It's a little bit different. So diagnostic medical sonographers, this is a bright outlook. So this is a wonderful website. Like I said, it is also on our career services office website. So this is going to give you some great information. It gives you a lot of information. It takes a look at sample job titles, so that's super helpful. It will tell you just so much information about the tasks involved, technology skills, knowledge skills, all of this type of stuff. When I was looking at this before, I know what a lot of students are interested in is, well, you know, what is the salary type like? And so you can, it also shows related occupations here. So you can go on to select our, I did zip code actually before. That's what I was doing before. So if we click on go, I just typed in Warwick, it's going to show you the local wages, right? So this is full-time, you know, Providence, Warwick, you know, the median is 87, maybe usually starting out would be 63, shows you in Rhode Island. The other thing I want to take you, pay your attention to is this number. So this is like the government occupational number. It's 292032. So the other question I will get asked a lot is, well, how many jobs are there in Rhode Island? What's the exact pay in Rhode Island? And if we go to, and tell me if I lose people with changing screens, because that can help, that can happen sometimes. If we go to the Rhode Island Department of Labor and Training, can you all see this, Danielle? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. If you click on labor market information, and then if you click on data center, and then if we, I think we're going to be looking at employment and wages by occupation. If, for example, we wanted to, there's something called the occupational wage book. This is from 2019 because of COVID, they didn't update it yet. This is where that number comes into play. So we said sonography was 292032. Oh, they did it by occupational group in this. Oh, no, here it is, alphabetical order. Now there's, I hope this isn't too confusing. There's a couple of ways you can kind of like basically slice this. So that's 2035. There was another, there's so many different websites in this, so I apologize, parts to it. But so for example, if we look at here, this is pretty similar. It's going to tell you the entry level wage, the median wage, and then the high wage. So much great information here. I don't want to spend too much time on that. If somebody has a specific question about that, I can answer that. I know from research, again, from looking on ONET, a lot of times, you know, to know more information about it. So a lot of the sonographers do work full-time. A lot of times it's shifts. Sometimes you're expected to work nights and weekends or be on call. So that would be, hey, maybe I just completed my 7 to 3 shift and I'm, you know, on call. So I have to go back maybe at 10 o'clock at night. All different things to be aware of. I'm going to turn it back over to Danielle.
Thank you, Sharon. And
Sure.
Sharon is a great resource hub too, in terms of researching different careers. So if there's a path that you're interested in, or maybe you have a background in something that's a little different from what you're trying to go into, there's ways that you can use your skills to transition into a new job. So never feel like because I have this experience, I can't transfer into this new occupation, because there are so many ways. And Sharon used what can I do with this major, which is a great stepping stone to list out how you can get started from beginning to end. So whether it's taking on an internship or building a relationship with someone in an industry that you're interested in, or even making those connections with your professors who also know people in the field and industry, because you definitely want to pick your professors' brains, the staff around you, because there's so much you can learn from everybody. So thank you for sharing those sites. Sharon, those are very helpful. And also here, in addition, so once you've done that stage of doing the self-assessment, which is really critical to your progression and your professional development, the next thing you're going to want to do, as Sharon mentioned, is give it a try. So the best way to go about implementing and going about trying these new careers on, whether it's through an internship, a part-time job, a full-time employment, is to go about applying for these different positions. Of course, around your school schedule. We always want to make sure we plan it around your school schedule, as well as if you're already working. It's great to also consider an internship just to build your experience. Sometimes that could be 10 hours a week. It could be a few hours a week or on a voluntary basis if you have the time to be able to do that. Internships are extremely valuable and or part-time work. So as we mentioned earlier, we have handshake.com or CCRI.joinhandshake.com as your job platform and database. It's specifically built for you. So once you get started with Handshake, the best way to do it, and I'm wondering how many of you all have Handshake accounts too. If you could put that in the chat, please, that'd be really helpful. And if you don't, we can make sure you have access to this link too. Oh, I see something in the chat.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, we can make sure. Oh, Melissa does. Thank you. So some of you have gotten started with Handshake. This is great. For those of you who haven't, we'll make sure that we put in this link to get started in the chat so that you have access to this, because this is specifically made just for you. So yes, Handshake is this job search database. It's also a platform for you to attend job fairs, which is awesome. Also, it's multi-dimensional. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like after you've created your account in Handshake, what it kind of looks like. And you all can see this page here where it says, what can we help you find today? So I'll bring up Handshake so you all have an idea of what it will look like once you get started in creating a profile. I'm going to stop sharing. Actually, here we go. There we go. Okay. And I was already looking for jobs for sonographers because I know someone had mentioned it in the chat. Okay, so when you sign into Handshake, this is what it looks like. This is the main dashboard. So after you've created your profile, this is what you'll see on your end as a student. So the first thing that we recommend, you can look under jobs. First, we want to get used to the platform. So you can search different jobs here. If there's any events going on, you can look at our events page. For me, we have an upcoming job fair. So all of you should have received an email most recently. And if you've registered, it should show up under your events. If you haven't registered, it will not show up here. And if you need access to that link, we'll provide our contact information at the end, and we can make sure that you have access to this virtual job fair. There's a Q&A section if you wanted to ask, had any questions for Handshake or wanted to explore some previously mentioned questions. And if you're excited about connecting with other alumni from CCRI and seeing what they do after they've graduated, because it's always interesting to see what has a student with my degree, what are they up to now? What are they doing now? Because as Sharon mentioned, sometimes it's not a linear path to your career. You can start off in one place and veer off into doing other things, which is okay as well. So it's good to look at people's profiles, see what they're up to. You can sort by their major if you'd like. You can see when they've graduated, just so you have an idea of what that path could look like for you as well. But everyone is unique. But one thing I would like to show you all today, or from our department, is how to look for specific jobs. Now, I know we mentioned sonographer as one of the potential jobs, so I will, typically what you do to search is we have this little search engine here, just like you would on Indeed.com. And I'll just copy and paste the stenographer as a keyword, because I'm sure you all know in looking at job databases, keywords are very important to help you find the specific jobs that you're looking for. And even as we mentioned prior, the what can I do with this major, it lists a whole bunch of different careers. So you can use that as a guide as you begin exploring for jobs and internships, just to get an idea of different career options. And as we can see here, once we type in stenographer for our keyword, if that's the type of job that we're searching for, we see that there is something in Boston, Quincy, Mass. You know, there's a lot of opportunities in Boston. We also see ultrasound. So of course, if you were interested in any of these, this one says part-time. You can click on that. It will show over here on the right-hand side where you can begin to learn about the position. You can see there's an application deadline, January, December. You can read a little bit about the position, so you have an idea of what they're asking for, just like you would with any other job site. And what's really unique about Handshake too is, again, these employers go specifically in Handshake because they're looking to hire students like you. It gives you an idea of how many years they might need of experience. Sometimes they'll ask for a specific GPA, sometimes they won't, but this is just something else to keep in mind as well. And this is their headquarters. And if you wanted to apply for this position, for example, you would click on where it says apply externally, or it might just say apply, because you can do it directly through the site. And same thing for these other positions. And if you didn't want to travel too far, of course, you have this option here to, sort by location and cut it down. Sometimes it limits your options, but it's good to be realistic about what's best for you too. So let's show the results, see if they narrowed it for us. Okay. Yeah, it didn't narrow it too much. Let me see if I can try that again. Show results. Okay. Yeah, and the one that I'm seeing that's the closest, I apologize, is the Providence, and that's for the ultrasound. But this is just another way to look for certain positions online. I know also healthcare administration. For example, instead of typing healthcare administration, you can type in health and office, just as keywords, in case you can't find that specific position. And then you can look to see what they have available. They have chiropractor, office assistant. So if you just wanted to get started in the healthcare field, sometimes a great way to start out is to be in the office, getting that exposure and experience to medical terminology. Other times through those jobs, you can develop relationships with people that work at the company, and there's opportunities for you to move up. So keep an open mind and definitely go for what you feel would be a great stepping stone for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be in an office setting. It could be hands-on, but know that you do have options as well to explore. And Sharon provided some great resources today as well. And then one thing I'd also like to show you.
Could you pop in histotechnician for me to see if there's anything?
Yes, did you say histotechnician?
Yeah.
It might also be under histology technician.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there too. Okay. And sometimes it's classified as medical.
Lab technician.
Yeah, a lab tech.
Lab tech. Okay, I'm sure.
A couple of different names sometimes.
Yep. Thanks,
Yeah,
Sharon.
right. So,
there it is.
yeah. Sometimes
Perfect.
you just have to know.
Yeah, so we can see some positions right here. So yeah, please, we encourage you to get started with Handshake just to see what's viable for you, what your options are, because it's worth it to apply. And if you see something that you're interested in and you want us to review your resume ahead of time before you connect with the employer or apply, please just let us know and we'll be happy to support you with that as well.
Great. Thanks.
And can I make a suggestion too? Like, so as I'm saying, we see Quest Diagnostics. Well, that's a huge company. And so another place too, Melissa, if you're looking for that job, is to know the employers. So, you could go on Quest Diagnostics, their homepage. And if you're really interested, I haven't been on their page, but you could
I've done it.
But,
Thank
you know, start following them and sign up for job alerts or, you know, anything like that. Lifespan
you.
is a huge employer as well. So there's
Yeah.
always a couple of ways to, you know, to get what you're looking for. And knowing
Yes.
that ahead of time can be really helpful.
Yeah, and there's a website you use too, Sharon, which I love. I shared it with my family. It's the Buzz File, where you can
Oh, yeah.
Buzz
That's on our
File.
website too. That's listed on our website. Yep.
Yeah, it allows you, if you are in a specific industry, if you want to look for employers who are hiring in that industry, there's so much more to it than that, but it's another great resource. So please do check out our website. Again, ccri.edu/career services. And then one more thing we would like to, sorry, what were you saying, Sharon?
Oh, no, we could put that in the chat.
Okay, thank you. And then what we'd also like to share with you is we have an upcoming virtual fair. It's on Wednesday, which I'm pretty sure is next week. I can't believe how fast time is going by. April 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. And the job fair is hosted virtually through Handshake. So if you don't have an account, of course, we encourage you to do that. I will put the link in the chat before. Hopefully, I'll have a little bit of time to add that in the chat today. So you can have access to get started with Handshake. And I'll also put in that registration link. It's a great way for you to get that face time with employers who are hiring and they have positions for the summer, whether it be internship, full-time, part-time, seasonal. They're excited and ready to hire. We know a lot of you are graduating or just prepping for the summer and might have full-time or part-time work. So to supplement that, it's great to also do that exploration piece as well. With jobs and or internships through the fair. So far, we have about 60, I'll say 65 employers or so who have registered. So we encourage you all to go. And the best way to connect with our team, you can email us at the email that Sharon put in the chat. You can schedule an appointment on Starfish, check out our website, or follow us on our Instagram, which is kind of brand new. Okay, thank you. Put some links in the chat for you all. Thanks,
I know,
Sharon.
I'm just doing that too. I put our emails in there too. And Melissa, I put the link in for the Buzz File, the major medical. If I can just, if you want to just see it super quick, this is helpful for anybody looking at this. Again, this is on our website, Career Services, Buzz File Employer by Majors. It's under Medical Lab Tech. These are all the companies in Rhode Island who would hire medical lab techs with histology kind of falls under. So you could go to them, obviously like Eastside Clinical, anything like with testing laboratories, medical labs. So you might learn some about some employers here that you didn't know about before. So again, but this is how we can help students. You know, we do a lot of career research as well.
Yes, thank you. And I'm just adding in the registration link for the fair in the chat, as well as if you want to get started with creating an account in Handshake.
I just want to put another plug in for the virtual job fair. I work with students and some of them may not necessarily be looking for a job. You know, Melissa, maybe you're looking for that specific job. This is a time where you can actually meet employers face to face. And that is so valuable. That is so helpful. That is such a wonderful thing because so many times, right, we apply for a job, we send our resume, it goes out to outer space. I'm like, I never heard back. They never call me back, right? Well, Lifespan is going to be at the job fair next Wednesday. And so it's a chance to make a great first impression. You can sign up for a group information session. It's a half an hour. Make sure you are presentable, your camera's on, and you get to meet the recruiter for Lifespan, which has over 1,000 jobs. So it's just a fantastic opportunity, even if you're not sure if you're looking for a job, to connect with employers, get them, you know, to know you, you get to know them, make sure you get their names, send a thank you, email up. It's just a fantastic opportunity.
Great, thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions for either Sharon or Danielle?
I do. This is Melissa. I've been hesitating signing up for the job fair because I wanted to have my resume perfect. I've been working with David LePage in Career Services. Should I just throw myself in there even with a slightly less perfect resume, or should I wait and polish it up?
Melissa, we still encourage you to definitely attend the fair. If you don't necessarily have your resume all updated, you don't have to put it into Handshake at the time. You can always, when you connect with the employer, which will be similar to what we're doing today, which is, it will be like a Zoom format. You can let that employer know that you're currently updating your resume, and if that you want to take down their email address to connect with them to send it to them, definitely do that when you are ready, because you want to make sure you got everything nice and polished. But just show up that day, give your best, do your research on the company, and definitely still do come through for the fair. Absolutely.
Great. If I do put in a version and then I get a chance to update it, can I update it after I've already posted one, or are you limited to just one resume posting?
Yes, no, you can add in several resumes on Handshake, because I tried it most recently, and then you can make one visible if you'd like. So the most updated version is the one that you would want to make visible, and you would just check that off.
Super. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If you have any questions about the fair or getting started, please let us know. Because one thing I also want to mention, when you register for the fair, you also have to add in employer sessions. Otherwise, you won't meet with anyone unless you add in those specific sessions for specific times to meet with companies. Thank you.
Righty. I don't know what just happened to my screen. Disappeared.
Take your time. It's okay.
Perfect. All right, let's do this. I don't know why that is happening. All right, let me just come into the chat and see if I can do it that way. Disappeared. So that's not it.
Nice.
I think my computer is tweaking on me. I apologize.
That's okay. Oh, there we go. Happens to everybody.
All right.
That's right.
Oh, goodness. I don't know what just happened there. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to thank you for your time. I wanted to also just point out or re-highlight again for our Path Days. Oh, did it disappear again? All right, there we go. All right, so for more information on Path Day sessions that we have today, please visit ccri.edu/pathways/pathdays. And also we have the link as well to the Handshake, which is on April 14th that both Sharon and Danielle had talked about. Thank you everyone for your time and have a good day.
Thank you. Nice to meet everybody.
Yes, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. I have question, please.
Oh, yes.
I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, I have question about the 1 second. What's that? Optionary measure. Yeah, so CCRI still has this measure because I asked one of my advisor and she's not sure if you still have it or not.
I believe that that is on hold.
This one on hold?
Pretty sure it is on hold.
Yes.
The last I heard. And the reason is because I believe that we didn't have a whole lot of students signed up for that. It ran for a couple of years. This is just my information from some of my friends at the admissions department. But they didn't have enough enrollment, I believe. So I'm pretty sure that is on hold.
On hold, so I can, because I had my BSB test and I could not make it. I had it twice. And now I'm thinking to take something else, and I don't have any idea what is the measures I can apply to.
So it sounds like if you're looking for like a plan B, like if you were going to look, if you're planning on the optionary program, and now that's not an option at this current time, please email me. I put my email in this chat, and we can definitely talk about what some options for you might be that might be a good fit for you.
Okay, perfect.
I'm Sharon, by the way.
Okay. Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Good.
So I can email you and
Set up
Yes.
an just say, hey, I met you at the Path Day. I was interested in the petitionary program. Can we meet? And we'll coordinate a Zoom meeting and we can find out some possible paths for you.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure, I'm glad you asked your question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. So yeah, I'm gonna contact you anyway. Thank you, everybody. Sorry for holding you.
Oh,
No,
thank you.
that's fine. That's what this is for. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And her email address was just re-added to the chat, so please feel
Oh,
free to
thank
check
you.
that out. Absolutely.
So yeah.
And this is recorded, so it should be up by tomorrow, just in case you need to revisit it.
Okay. So you already forward your email or not? In the
Yes.
chat.
It's in the chat for sure.
It's in the chat. Yeah. Oh, so you, Melissa. No, you're not Melissa. You're
No, I'm
Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon,
Yeah, and if you're a student in the CCRI system, I'm pretty sure I can look you up on Starfish and I can reach out to you too.
Okay. Yeah, I am a student.
We'll
Now
do
with
that.
CCRI. Okay. So I believe, yeah, I can find it now.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So if everybody's all set with their questions, I'm going to end the session. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Take care. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.